Hey guys, it's Vic! Imagine you woke up one day, and instead of getting rank points in Splatoon, you had a GSP ranking like you did for Smash. Yeah, just get that ranking system out of here. We don't need ya. The Splatoon 2 ranked system changes when you get to X rank. Players gain points when they win, and lose points when they lose. If you drop under 1900 points, you drop out. If you're under 2000 points when the month ends, you drop out. Otherwise, you stay in. The ideal ranked match functions like this. If the opposing team has an overall low score compared to you, you'll be playing a high-risk, low-reward game. Winning the game won't get you much, but because the ranking system assumes you should do well, you'll lose a lot of points if you don't get that win. Well, have you ever had a really big loss of points in rank before? In X rank, you can lose upwards of 45 points or more if you're unlucky. The same goes for league battles. But in Smash? In Smash, you can lose hundreds of thousands of points in just one game. Of course, you can also make those large types of gains too, especially if you're still starting with a character you haven't played with before. It'd make for some great tweets. People celebrating their sudden claim to fame as they spike up 300,000 points in the leaderboard. Players would hopefully be sorted into rank matches based on this GSP, meaning that just like in Smash, players with fluctuating ranks could be playing with people who aren't at their skill level. Imagine an X-rank player dropping suddenly to an S level. It wouldn't take them long to climb out, but I don't imagine they'd be too happy about having to make that risky climb all over again. Like, personally, I really wouldn't want to do that. And then you have the disconnects. Could you imagine? Currently in Splatoon 2, if you get a disconnect on the opposing team and win, you get the same amount of points you would have if that opponent hadn't disconnected. And the other team isn't punished in any way for what is an expected loss. In Smash Quick Play though? Oh no. If someone disconnects, everyone loses out. No one gets any GSP if a player forcibly disconnects from the game. Switch comes out of the dock? No points. Someone 3-stocked so early that they smash their home button and close the game? No points. Someone disconnects for the sake of tanking their own GSP for a chance at getting the prestigious rank 1? No points for everyone else. Have fun with your match! Seeing how common disconnections are in Splatoon 2 due to each match having 8 players, I see this being a huge problem. The X-Rank system does have its flaws too. With enough time, many players are going to get to X-Rank. Some players get to X-Rank and don't play again, and this is enough to never drop out due to a lack of rank decay. Smash's GSP system is an averaging system, meaning that over time, yes, you would drop out of Elite. Ranked. Maybe they'd still call it X-Rank? Who knows? But how would it work? Let's examine a few cases. In Smash, GSP is separated by your character. There are about 70 characters in Smash, including the soon-to-be-released Piranha Plant. Having a pretty high GSP in a few of your characters' ranks makes the expected GSP of characters you haven't played yet pretty high. Let's try putting the GSP system directly over the current ranking system. GSP only applies for each mode, not for your weapons. When the system changes over, it'd be in your best interest to try and play on the ranked mode that you think you play the best on. For example, I'd play in Splat Zones and try to cheese my rank. Maybe your plucky Clash Blaster friend would try to only play tower control until they're satisfied. The next step would be to not throw your games once you play the other modes. It could be a good indicator of skill for players who don't know the fundamentals of a particular mode, but having so few sources of GSP could be a killer. Let's step it up a notch. Mode doesn't matter anymore. Now it's just about the weapons. There are over 100 weapons in Splatoon 2. Nearly 50 alone reside in the shooter class. Well, as long as you consider blasters to be in the shooter class like the wiki does. But yeah, that's a lot of weapons. Just thinking about having to keep your GSP up for all those weapons sounds terrifying. If we lower it to weapon classes, we'd go back to having too few options again. Instead, why not give GSP to each weapon that has its own stats? The H3 Nozzle Nose and the H3 Nozzle Nose D could share a GSP score. All 3 of the Splattershot Juniors could be in their own GSP class. It could work, except for the fact that sometimes weapons within their own class serve completely different purposes. The Sloshing Machine is a weapon looking to get into some fights and then be able to back off to use their Stingray. The Kenta Sloshing Machine wants to be in your face as possible. While in the end they may not have completely different playstyles, the goal that each weapon wants to accomplish might be very different. A player who mains one may not play the other. Even with this in mind, they'd still be going for the same Sloshing Machine GSP rank. Oh no. It sounds like Nintendo had a new idea from this video before I could even post it. They want to make GSP based on each and every weapon, and have it separated by rank. I don't think the player base is going to take that one very well. That'd be over 400 possible GSP ranking positions for players to fight over. Someone out there would make a website for the average amount of GSP required for X weapon in Y mode. I can hear discussion already, such as, oh, your GSP is 1,784,000 for the blah blobber on Splat Zones? Well, I'm rank 1,831,502 for the blah blobber Gecko on tower control. Could you imagine how crazy the statistics would get? Let's just not go there ever. That's the best idea here. So what do you think? Would you be willing to live in a world where Splatoon 2 was controlled by GSP instead of its current rank system? Let me know what you'd do to try and make the GSP system work. Do you like the rank system? If you were in X rank, do you think this would hurt more or help more? If you're not in rank X, do you think this would help you get to an elite level faster? If you want some more information on how the X rank system works, I linked Oatmeal Dome's explanation of it in the description below. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. I can hear discussion already, such as, oh, you're rank 1,784,309 for the blah blobber in Splat Zones? Well, I'm rank 1,821. I must did it all in one turn.